All right. Hello, everybody. Let's get started. This is Mayor episode 3. Mayor of Easttown episode 3. I mean, it's called Enter number 2, I think. Yeah. And let's see. So, sorry, let me think for a second. Okay. We got introduced to a new detective who they call from out of town, who is played by the dude from Play Quicksilver. I can't remember his name right now, but I remember his. But I thought they mentioned him last time. Colin Zabel or Colin Zabel, something like that. Interesting name. Don't know where that comes from. I never heard the word Zabel before. That's an interesting name. Like cable with a Z. But he's okay. He seems pretty nice. He seems like just trying to do his job, you know. But I like how he's not an asshole or anything. He doesn't want to step on anyone's toes. But he's not a pushover either. You know what I mean? He knows how to. He gotta take charge when it calls for it. Because even though she's in charge, Mayor is a bit of a mess, and and you know what I mean. You know he's not just gonna roll over for her. He'll do what he has to do, but he's a nice guy and he's not looking to overtake the case or anything like that, turn it into his own. He's very respectful of the chain of command, and he's you know, he lets her go. She's the one leading the charge, unless she goes crazy, then he'll have to do something. But I like him, and he's just trying to help, and you know he keeps getting shed for it, but he sticks it out. She'll You have to kind of earn her trust. I can tell already. She's kind of she'll give you some trouble in the beginning, kind of like how badly do you want us to be friends? And then eventually she'll come around to them, you know. But she'll never say thank you, or she'll never say that she appreciates you. It seems like that's her way, right? It's kind of backhanded. It's come like you gotta like she can give you like a backhanded compliment or something. I don't know what, but you get the idea. I get the idea. I get her. I understand. That's just kind of how she is. Okay, and then she was out with Guy Pearce the other episode. Richard. She was out with Richard. Was it Richard Ryan or something? Richard. She was out with him, and they have a pretty good relationship going on. I think that they're kicking it off pretty well. I like them. I like the two of them together. They're really cute. But you know, in the back of your mind, you're wondering: is Guy Pearce only here for a rom-com, or is he here for something more sinister? I am wondering about that constantly. He can't just be here for the romantic aspect. There must be for the sex appeal. You know what I mean? There must be something else going on here. But if it isn't, it's nice to see. You know, the way the show plays out. Sometimes it's actually very real. It's kind of real. It's often realistic. Like, you know, it's kind of realistic. So there's a good chance he's just who he says he is, and there's nothing really sinister at all. Maybe he's not gonna be part of the case, but simply give advice at some point. He'll have something to do with the case, but it might not be anything to do with the case. It might just be advice on the side or something like that, and you know, maybe she'll think of something based on her she'll figure out the case because of the relationship they have or something like that. You know, it doesn't have to be that he is part of the case. It should be nice actually. A little, like, not everything has to be part of the case, but him being there is suspicious because he can act, and we all know this, and if he's in there, something would have to happen that you justify that he needed to be there to do it. I mean, it could just be because he's his star power, but maybe not. There must be a reason for that. But I like the relationship so far. And he's gonna whittle out of her shell slowly but surely. Then you have Oh yeah. Aaron's father. Well, Aaron's father tried to kill. Well, took Dylan out to the woods and shot him. But I am not convinced yet that that's true. I was watching it again, and I think he may have shot over his head. Mhm. Mhm. I'm telling you, I think it might not be real, because he is not necessarily a killer. I don't really know much about the dad, but he loves his daughter. I could tell that, and he was very mad. Yes, but is he a killer? It's a large step to go from "I am so mad, I'm gonna kill you" to actually doing it. And I don't know if he was that far gone yet. I don't know what his history is once again, but I'm gonna guess he shot over his head. He just wanted to scare the kid. So he brought him out to the woods and then fired over his head. The kid fell over because he was scared to death. He thought he was dead, but he wasn't. I think so. I think so. Cause I didn't see a bullet wound or anything. He just kind of fell over. And I think that it takes a lot to become a killer all of a sudden. But the thing is, he was hurting, right? His daughter's dead. He was definitely pissed off and driven to do something crazy. I can't tell how far he'll go, though. So it's possible he did. He may have just finished him off, killed the freaking kid out of anger, or he thought about it for a second and just thought it scared the shit out of him. At the very least, I don't know, because if he did, he's gonna go to jail, and if he didn't, I don't know what happens after that. But see, the thing is, the last part we just found out that the kid is not his, right? As far as I can tell, him being alive doesn't really affect the plot anyway, because I don't think he knows anything. He was really agitated, but maybe he was worried that they're gonna think he did or something like that. I think that's why because he knows that they're already thinking about that about him. I think that, see, it's very well done, because he's not big enough of an actor to be warranted staying alive. You know what I mean? If it was Guy Pearce who got killed in the second episode, he did nothing yet, I would not believe he's dead, because he's clearly there's got to be more to him than that. But seeing as it's just a kid, he's not that big of an actor. He could just die here. That could just be all his entire role. But the kid's actually pretty good. I've seen it, and he was in the society, so he might have more star power a little bit. But hard to tell. Hard to tell. I have no idea. But I think he's not dead yet, because mainly a big reason for that is that if it was very clear he knew something about what happened, then him dying now would make sense, because then he would die, and he cannot tell anybody what actually happened. But since I don't think he knows anything, him living right now doesn't mean much to it doesn't really it doesn't make him a liability to the plot or anything. Like, he knows something, and then he doesn't, and he, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? If he knew something, then he died. Then of course he died, because oh shit, he was the one guy who knew, and then he died. But I don't think he knows anything. So there's not much of an indication to say he does. You see him acting out agitated, but I don't think that was really about that. He's just scared. So him getting killed now would not add to the plot, except to get the guy arrested. But if he's still alive, he may know something he doesn't know. You know what I mean? But I don't think he's gonna. There's no reason for him to. If he lives now, he's not gonna ruin the plot by having a secret that he tells everybody. So I don't know. I don't think it's gonna. I think he's not dead. That's my guess. And then also the kid is fantastic. I forgot his name, but he was in society. The society, and then he's in this thing. He plays two different characters. I mean, in the society, he played freaking great dude, like a nature loving, for his sort of a Davy Crockett kind of character, kinda. And that he kind of knew a little bit of everything, and he was really good at tracking in the woods and stuff. He just seemed like a guy just trying to help everybody out. He was awesome, likable. And then now he's playing this asshole who's so unlikable. It's amazing. The two different. He's got range. He's got range, and he was really great at being an asshole, very unemotional, and he jumped from that straight to almost crying his eyes out when the guy had a gun to his head. I love how his voice got all like really deep and stuff, and he was like it's like Mr. whatever his name was, Mr. Hunter. I didn't kill her. I didn't kill her, I swear. The way he said it was great. I felt real to me. I felt very real. And you see him you just see the way he turned around when he knew he was gonna die, pretty much, in the woods and all that. He just see his face like I didn't do it. I'm just a kid. I can't do it. I can't do it like that. But it was really great. It was very. It was showing you a kid who wasn't trying to make a pose anymore. He wasn't posing anymore. He was just scared to death. It was fantastic. Because he's just a freaking kid. And then he's still a freaking kid. And he didn't think he was going to get a gun to his head all of a sudden. And maybe he shouldn't have gone outside then. But I don't think he's dead. But I don't know. We're going to find out very soon. Last thing of all is the best friend of Erin. She confided a secret to her. Dylan is not the father. And the father... Well, she didn't say who the father was, so that's important. We don't know who the father actually is. But the best friend dropped a bomb on that family. Well, I'm still not sure who they are exactly. I just know that they're friends with Mare. That she thinks the father might be freaking Frank Sheehan. What? Of course, right? Freaking the teacher. The teacher is freaking sleeping with his students. The problem isn't that she suspects it. No. The problem isn't that he might be the father. It's a problem. But the real issue is that she jumped straight to that. Without any provocation. She assumed that Frank is the father. That is the scary part. Because that means that he must have a reputation amongst the students. Ooh. So that means, who else is he sleeping with? You know what I mean? That means if they're thinking that straight off the bat, if she's thinking that straight off the bat, that he must be doing this with other students already, regardless of whether or not he was doing it with Erin, he's doing it with other people. Oh boy. When Mare finds out about that, it's gonna be a Hail Mary of a storm. I don't want to even be there in the same town when she finds out what happened, what he was doing, what he's capable of. Maybe she was right to drop that guy. Oh boy, and he's getting remarried to Faye and all that. This is messed up. This is really messed up. Okay, now we get started. Let's get to this. Let's go. Let's do it. I don't know what number 2 is. Enter number 2. Oh yeah, cause she's gonna she found out about the custody thing, right? Oh, here we go. We got trains.
Decedent is Erin Catherine McMiniman. Approximate time of death between midnight and 2 a.m. There's no evidence to suggest she was sexually assaulted. No semen was found inside the body.
Even though she's
no evidence
naked?
of vaginal or anal.
Huh.
What about the missing finger?
Appears to have been severed by a bullet.
Hey, Kenny!
What? Oh, he's still alive. Oh my gosh, he fell asleep. He fell drunk by where his daughter died.
I got him, Johnny.
Oh
Got
no.
who?
He did kill him.
Killed that son of a bitch.
No, he did not. Did he really do it?
Why take all of her clothes off?
Yeah, exactly. Why?
Maybe they wanted to make it look like it was.
Erin wasn't murdered out in those woods.
Yeah, she was
She
put
was
there.
killed somewhere else and her body was dumped there.
She rode it out of there that night.
And she didn't find. They didn't
Hey,
find
John.
It. John Ross.
No way to understanding your rights as I've...
I shot him. I killed him.
So he did do it then. Shit. I
killed
was hoping
him.
he didn't do it.
Dylan Hinchy's alive.
Oh, so he thought he did, but he's too drunk to have shot properly.
Fortunately,
he did hit
didn't
him.
hit in the organs.
Oh, so
Gonna walk
okay.
again.
I was half right.
We don't.
Half.
Your son is very lucky that he was brought in.
The fuck out of here.
Watch your language.
Was it a baby?
Yeah.
Found him.
Yes.
His name is Kevin.
Got it.
Nana said I might need to live with my mom.
It's not gonna happen, all right? You're gonna stay right here with us. Always.
One out beneath him. I called Kathy Dryers today.
You did what? Why the hell are you calling her?
Because I want to find out how this whole custody thing works.
My
It takes
dad,
her
Mom.
men.
Please.
She is his mother. She's the mother. She'll get custody.
Can I talk to you for a minute?
That's your cue to fuck off.
Good luck.
Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you too.
That's an interesting relationship.
She told me Dylan Hinchy isn't DJ's real father.
Oh boy, here we go. I'm leaving town right now.
What? Why
I
would she
wanna
come
know.
to you with that information and
Oh
not the
boy.
police?
She thinks the real father is Frank.
Oh, here we go. That changes
Frank.
everything.
But she said she saw the two of them together.
Together.
And he said he
What does that
didn't.
mean?
He said he didn't. He didn't really know her. He didn't really talk to her. I like how he just goes straight.
Hey,
in.
Mare.
Yeah, cause he's right.
Can we talk?
He's right next door.
He knew Aaron McMenamin. When he told me, he didn't. And there's a rumor he's the father of her baby.
What? What the fuck is...
Right in front of
So
everybody.
what's the truth?
Why don't
She
you tell her?
confided in me after class one day. She was upset. Things weren't good at home. I felt sorry for her, so I bought her a few things.
Get back in the house, Javon.
No, you stay
fuck
right
you.
there. I
Don't
can-
talk
I'm
to
not
me like
afraid
that.
That's how you talk to the mom.
No.
Are you willing to take a paternity test?
I'm not afraid of their test, just like I'm not afraid to talk about our son.
We received information that he might not be TJ's real father.
Then who the heck, baby?
What?
They're lazy.
No, that's
that's
impossible.
not
Who
our
even told
kid.
you that? I
Maybe
mean,
just a rumor.
They're not.
It's like they're not doing too well right now either. Like, ooh, I think she's happy about that.
Last call made was at 10:55 p.m.
After the fight in the woods, who'd you call?
Deacon Mark Burton.
Deacon? No, we seen him before. I knew that guy was gonna come back in. His
Nice
cousin.
to meet you, Father.
You as well, detective.
We're looking for Deacon Mark. Is he in?
Anybody you're not related to?
No.
The other guy is a deacon.
Since,
That's a cousin. Oh, I remember him. I
You
remember
were the
him.
last call Aaron
That's right.
McMenamin made the night
I
she
remember,
was
like,
killed.
he was in the
because
kitchen the
it's
other day.
important for
This is the
context
guy.
of
Deacon Mark
conversation.
Button.
Seems odd you wouldn't call and tell us that she phoned you the same night she was murdered. Did she, how did you end the call?
I told her that she was loved, and I said, God bless.
Oh, one last thing. Will you give us consent to look at your cell phone? What's your passcode?
It's 4852.
Have a nice day.
Everything go all right?
Where's Siobhan?
There's something going on there.
Her room's a goddamn disaster and it smells like
We
pot.
didn't have to go back into the room. Something's going on.
The band has a radio show.
She was about to
Over a
change it
camera
out.
for college.
That's happened before.
You look
and I
nice.
Haven't
Where
done
you
it
going?
before. It's
Have
like,
a
God
date.
damn it! I was about to change that
shit.
goddamn trash.
you should parade him right past Frank's house. and then maybe grab his ass.
She kind of looks like Michael Jackson. all
That'd
of
be
a
very
sudden. What the
wise right
hell?
now.
She kind of looks like Michael Jackson. If he was still alive, he would look like her at this point.
Hey.
Very nice to meet you, too. And please, call me Helen.
A lie. I literally told her about you 30 seconds ago.
So, where'd you two meet? That didn't take too much coaxing.
Okay, we're leaving. Let's go.
Got it. Go.
Good night, Helen.
Hi, bye, Richard.
Was Mannequin Pussy.
Oh,
Next
yeah,
up, I saw these
Mannequin
guys
Pussy.
play a few weeks back. Androgynous, coming up live in our studio.
So they're androgynous,
we go
not
on in 2
mannequin.
minutes.
They're not
Are we gonna be
mannequin
okay?
pussy. That's an awesome name.
Fine.
Oh, gross. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I like that she was conscious enough to go up on her own self. I'm out of here.
We get the canine out.
He's here now. Alerted to something over by the amphitheater already.
Yeah.
Should we be looking for Aaron's bike?
Dragging that thing around.
And he said she was killed between midnight and 2 a.m.
Let's call it a night, huh? Been out here 5 hours now.
You see that nick?
Whoa.
It's a ricochet.
Jeez, nice fine. He looks confused by everything. What the freaking hell? It's above the ground.
Of course he's my son.
That's what I said. I know.
Like, that's the last fucking thing I need to
get
hear
it.
right
It's
now.
bullshit. I
Who's
told you
going
it's
around
bullshit.
saying that anyway?
Hey, I'm sorry I brought it up, okay? But I think you should do the test to be sure.
He's one of those people that leaves town
Thanks so much.
and you find out 10 years later that he murdered somebody down in Florida. Is he looking at me? Yep.
Asking us to look into the circumstances of Deacon Mark's transfer to St. Michael's.
Circumstances of the transfer, what does that mean?
It means he was at one parish and got shipped off to another for a reason.
I think that the deacon might be a red herring. And it actually might be the cousin. That might have been a hint, you know? That is there anyone you're not related to? Makes me
Where'd you
think
drink
that
those
it's someone
Manhattans?
she's connected to.
I want those removed right now.
Settle down, babe. Dealers, they don't even look like yours.
Yeah.
I know who did it, too.
So if we go to court, I'm gonna tell the judge that you're an unfit mother and that you see ghosts in the trees and you fucking talk to people who aren't fucking there.
18 months and he's my son, goddammit! Mine! Not yours. Kevin fucking hated you. Do you know how much he despised you? So yes, I want my son back for me, but also for Kevin. Because he deserves a lot better than you.
Wow, what the hell?
Besides Kenny, nobody else has any registered firearms, including Dylan and Brianna's parents.
Aaron's body was moved from Brandywine Park, dumped all the way out of Creedham Creek.
She gonna move all the way over there.
Brianna could have done all of that on her own.
Everything all right?
No, never is. Did you take something from the evidence? Put gloves on and everything just to do that.
15-year high school reunion over tonight at the Gulls. It's pretty awful. Ex was her. She called it off 2 weeks before the wedding. But what are you gonna do? I still don't know what happened, you know? I woke up one morning and she goes, "Nope, not in love with you anymore." Okay. Just let me put my bagel down. You know what I mean?
Whoa. That's not a deacon, is it? What the hell? What does he have a bike? That's a deacon. The chief.
Good morning, Chief. What's going on?
Let's talk outside.
Uh-oh.
Stamp I remembered from the Barnett case last year. So
Whoa.
I took a walk into the evidence closet. Wants to make sure you never wear a badge again.
Come on, Chief.
I'm placing you on administrative leave. Did grief counseling, and you agreed. I'm doing you a favor here, Mayor, because I know what you've been through, and I know you're worth saving. If it crosses your mind to keep going on the McMiniman case, don't do it, Mayor.
And she planned on her freaking so that she could ruin her reputation so she would never be able to get the kid back. Wow. Oh, man, it just ends. And the guy's name is Bell, too. The director. What are the odds? Okay, so right now I'm not sure what to think. Let's see. So I was half right. Dylan is not dead. He's still around. I think it would have been extreme to have him die right now. Anyway, it would be hard to redeem that after something like that. So he did get hit though. So the guy Kenny's probably gonna face some charges for that. But the kid did not die. He's okay. He's gonna walk again. He'll be fine. But they also let him know that his son might not be his. And that's putting some doubt in his own brain. It's interesting to see a different side of the guy. He has, you're seeing different layers of him. Now, in terms of Frank, they went to Frank and talked to him about what happened, and he says he didn't. Of course he didn't. Right? Of course he said he didn't. That's what. No one's ever going to admit to that. But once again, it's still a little suspicious because he did help her out. He brought stuff to her house, like went inside or something. Bought diapers and everything, and then he doesn't tell them about it because he was afraid of what it would look like. It would look worse if they found out. You don't think she's gonna find out? I still say Frank is suspicious. If he had nothing to hide, he would have said something earlier. But he literally said that they didn't really talk much. Well, he knew something was wrong with the family. He was alluding to it, but he didn't want them to know that he knew how he knew. But still, he should have just told her, and he hasn't said that he should have. So I think there's still something wrong with that. Something suspicious. Now, then we got Deacon Mark Button or whatever. Butane. And Hastings, the cousin. I think the cousin is suspicious. But a deacon is definitely, now that we saw what he just did. The way they held on him after they had the conversation says that he knows a lot more than he's telling. And then, of course, we just saw him throw the freaking bike out the freaking car. Why does he have a bike? But are they really gonna make it the priest who did it? Isn't that almost just cliche? Isn't it a little too much so? But there's no real, what else reason? What else, I mean, it's kind of like the first thing you think of is the priest did it, but could there be another reason? Also, he was dishonorably discharged or whatever you call it. You know, he was transferred for a reason, and we don't know why though. Right? They didn't say why, but that means there's some suspicion as to why he was put out here, in the middle of nowhere. We need to know more about this freaking We need to know more about this dean. This deacon, something's up with him. Something's going on there. Why was he transferred, and what is he doing with her bike? It's not a guarantee he's the killer just yet, but he knows more than he's saying, and I could tell just by the way he talked already. Seemed honest, but then something was off. Maybe he's protecting somebody. Oh, I know what it is. He's not the killer. I think that's too obvious right now. It's a red herring. He is protecting the real killer because... No. Well, we don't know if it's the killer, but he's protecting the real father. Because the real father is Hastings. Right? Her cousin is the father. Literally the father. And he's the father. And you know what I'm saying? And he's hiding the fact that that's the guy, because he's protecting him. So burying the bike and all that because he would do anything for them, maybe. But I don't think he was that loyal, right? He only just got here recently. Who knows? So far, Guy Pearce doesn't seem to have anything to do with this. He's just a love interest. So he may just be that or not. We'll see. He might just be the one who gives good advice, who brings out another side of her. We learned that we learned about her father, and the father was her best friend, and she would have been whatever the father was. She would have been. That's cute. That's a cute thing to say. You know, she thinks that everything she did was because the father was such an awesome guy, that she would have done anything that he would have done. He was a cop. She must have got killed on the job or something. It seemed like it was really early in life. Had to be something like that. But now, after doing... I can't believe she did that. She planted the freaking drugs on the guy. That throws her whole thing into question. Her investigation, everything. I mean, she's actually really lucky the chief is doing what he's doing. That he's letting her go on that charge of what do you call it? Grief counseling? Oh. But now she's got to go to grief counseling. But she's been... at least she's not losing her job, you know what I mean? He has that power to do that. I like how he said you're worth saving. Yeah, but because that was not cool. She can't do that. She's so worried about losing the kid. You don't think she'd have grounds to keep it? Even the mom has that much custody rights? That would suck. After all that they've done for the kid, and after what she is, what she's done. Yeah. I think you should, give her a chance to see her kid. I don't think you should just completely keep him away from her. You should give her custody rights to see. If she wants to see her kid and she's cleaned up, she has a right to see the kid. Just, decline the fight against them having to stay with her, but, give her some rights. Give her some chance to at least see the kid. If she really has cleaned up. And if she hasn't, well, she's going to end up incriminating herself anyway. Of course, the kid might end up getting put in the middle of all that, seeing what the mom is like and all that stuff, but, it's what it is. It's what it is. But I think that the mom should still get rights to see a freaking kid. If you're the parent and you want to be in the kid's life, you shouldn't be punishing them for it. Even though she wasn't in his life for so long, I get it. And she's been a drug addict and all that. You should give them a chance to give them a second chance. Most people don't try to. Most people who go down the dark path and all that, they don't usually redeem themselves. So if someone's trying to do that, I say give them a chance, because if you don't, they're just gonna go back down that road. But I don't know their family that well. I don't know the history of the two of them, the mother and father. So we can't see how she was. But she's obviously a pretty nasty person at one point. Yeah. Says something about the son too, though, and she claims that the son killed himself. Well, it sounds like that. I mean, well, she's saying she was a bad mom, and the son did kill himself. So you makes you wonder why. And part of it might be if he had a better home life, then it might have affected it. So I don't know, but suicide. He had a lot of problems, and obviously the mom feels like the lady was right because she's feeling really bad about it. So I wonder what she did to the son. What did she do? Mental abuse? I don't know. I can't imagine. But there's that. There it is. Man, it just ended. It just ended, man. The worst note possible. So she has to go to grief counseling, and she can't even investigate the case now. So what now? She does it underground or what? Yeah, shit. Is Bell gonna have to do the case by himself? Is he in charge now? I wonder. I don't know where it's gonna go. But I was Mare of Easttown, episode 3. What's it called? Something number 2? Now entry number 2, something like that. What's that supposed to mean? Maybe that was him? Or I don't know. But and they found the bullet, and they figured out that she wasn't killed at the woods where she was found. She wasn't raped. She was undressed to make it look like that probably, but she was found someplace else where they found the bullet casings and all that in the tree, or the bullet in the tree and everything, or something like that, or ricocheted, I don't know. But she was found way far away from that place, or no, I don't know. Apparently he killed her there and moved the person killed him there, moved the body freaking all the way to the other side of that woods in 3 hours or whatever. Yeah, okay. Most likely somebody she knew. That's why no one heard a gunshot, because he shot her someplace else. They weren't in the woods. She was led someplace else. But why is her bike with the deacon? Is what we all need to know. And now, Mary's in the worst place possible to even help out with the case. Oh boy. Okay, here we go. Okay, that is the episode. I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya. It's great.